Larry, this was the cluster of shots that you hit with your little chipper, and we compared that to using the putter. With the putter, you hit the ball much closer to the hole, very consistently. And so when you're just off the green in the fairway cut or fringe cut, I recommend using the putter over the chipper.
Okay. I need to change the way you set up to the ball before you can start the swing. Setup is what's causing the inconsistency. Your setup is going to cause you sometimes to blade it across the green. Have you done that sometimes?
Absolutely.
Sometimes it'll cause you to just what we call chili dip and the ball goes 4 feet. You've probably done that sometimes.
Hitting it fat.
Hitting it fat.
Yes. Yes.
So both of those are caused by the same problem. It's in the setup. Your golf swing is a circle. It has a down, 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 down. At some point it reaches its lowest point and then it's up, 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 up. You've got to almost visualize this giant hula hoop around you as your golf circle. You need to, what you have to guarantee in your setup is that the lowest point of your arc, if this truly was a big hula hoop and it was touching the ground, where it's touching the ground is the lowest point of the swing. Right before it touched the ground, it's coming down. Right after it touched the ground, it's going back up again. You need to have the low point of your swing arc in front of the golf ball. In front of the golf ball, not behind the golf ball. And you have your swing arc reaches its lowest point before it reaches the golf ball. And one of three things will happen. You will not make a compensation move to avoid hitting the ground, and you'll hit the ground because that's where your lowest point was. Or your subconscious partner says, ooh, I think I'm getting ready to hit the ground. I'm going to try to not hit the ground, and you'll lift up. And you may lift up perfectly and catch it up and get those three results. Or you may lift up a little too much and you blade the ball, hitting it up on the upswing and blade the ball all the way across. All of those are solved and eliminated if you get the low point in front of the golf ball. Well, how do I do that? You've got to have the majority of your weight on your left foot. You will not find any pro chipping with this stance. They have their feet extremely, I would say the majority of them, there's less than 6 inches between their feet when they chip. You need to have your feet very close together when you chip, okay? That allows you to put more weight here, eat pretty easily. But the more this foot goes this way, the more it pulls my weight off of that left side. The more it puts that low point behind the golf ball. I want that low point in front of the ball. So I need to have, here, my left foot is in front of the ball. So if I put more weight on it, then my giant hula hoop just moved to the left. Now my hula hoop isn't touching the ground here, it's touching the ground here. So we've got to have our feet close together, about 70% of your weight here, only 30 here. And I also want the hands forward. So I want you to look like this when you set up. See this straight line, left arm and shaft in the same line? And what you have right now is this.
This is what I have.
Yeah. What I want is shaft length. I want the hands in front of the golf ball. If we look at this club, here's the butt end of the handle. The club is going down, 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 down. As soon as the club head passes directly underneath the butt end of the handle, it reached its lowest point. Now it's up, 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 up. So where you position this determines the low point. So now your butt end of your handle is in front, therefore it's going down, 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 down until it passes right under the hands. Now it's going back up again. Because you want to hit the ball first You want to hit the ball and then the ground. So I want you
Does
to,
that explain why when the pros are out on the fairway on their iron shots, you always see them take a divot?
yeah, and that divot is here. If I'm hitting that way, and I hit this ball, I could paint a white line on the grass, and I could put 10 balls on that white line. And I'd bring out 10 pros, have them each hit a ball. They would hit a divot with every single shot. And when you look down at the ground after those 10 shots, the white line's still there. That's because they hit the ball and then the ground. The deepest part of the divot was the lowest point of the arc. Make sense? So that's why, to answer your question, yeah, the pros all take divots. You cannot hit a ball solid unless you take a divot. If it's on the ground. If the ball's on the ground, you can't hit it solid unless you take a divot. Now, tip, people have just a little, you're not going to take a divot. You're going to have a, but you're going to feel the ground. You're going to feel the bump. You're going to feel, you're going to feel, it's not this. I don't hear anything. That's not going to get a good ball to pop up. So what I want to first get you comfortable with is the setup. So go ahead and set up. Now that the ball's set up right here, but your feet very close together. You can feel like your left shoulder's almost leaning against the wall. There you go. You feel like you're at 70%, something like that. Your hands are forward. And you want to, now the movement itself, that's your setup. And then when you take the club back, I don't want you to go back to your right foot. Stay on that left foot as you take it back. Stay. Okay. I'm still leaning on that wall. Don't pull. And then just swing everything towards the target. So it's almost a putting stroke now. Okay. Feet very close. You're going to have to talk to yourself on all these, almost like check all the boxes. Feet very close, left shoulder on the wall. Exaggerate everything left. I'd rather you overdo it than underdo it.
Okay.
Good. Very nice. Go on a hole. Very, very nice. Go on a hole. Last two are your closest two. All right.
Guys,
This is going to change. This is going to change everything. You're now going to get more up and downs. You're going to chip it close in one putt to save some strokes. Is it feeling better? Oh, good.
yeah.
Now, if they're going a little hard, you can soften your backswing. Don't go quite so far back. Now, I'm really pleased with that. There you go. Good. Let's hit some balls with that. Just mimic that. That was very nice. I don't care where the ball goes. We're just working on the technique. Lean against the wall, heavy brush of the grass. Very nice. Look at how far that went. Straight up, stop right there. Good. That looks really good, Larry. Oh, very nice. Look at that. How's that feeling?
Feels good.
It's going good. And the different distances are all adjusted by, you know, the length backswing that you have. You shorten your backswing, you'll shorten the result. There you go. That was a nice short ball. You have a little bit bigger swing, a little bigger backswing, it goes a little bit further.
Larry, I really like the changes you made in your chipping technique, and just keep working on that and become comfortable with it. But this is very good.